what is happening right now in UFC with Conor White sending out those DMs, and Dana White and Conor dispute. What do you guys think about that? Because I have my own conspiracy theory about it.
Conor broke the bro code.
No, the man code. The man
Conor broke
code.
the bro code.
The man code. That's what Dana
No,
said. The
that's
man
bro
code.
code.
No, Dana said the man code.
As he said.
As he said. Now, if you don't know, now you know. So, yes. What do you think, Rajat? And Sayam, what do you guys think?
I think.
You go first.
What are your thoughts, Akhil?
Okay, so I think this is all just a show. This is all just to keep Connor relevant. This is all just to keep us interested. This is all just to connect with other things. So for example, Dana White is saying, "Oh, we were going to have a tough season with the Khabib and Connor as the coaches, blah blah blah, and then we're gonna have a rematch." I think that is still going to happen. It's just that they're teasing people with it so that it brings interest to the people, and then they're gonna settle the entire thing with Connor and give a good fight. Same shit as like they were doing with like Jorge did. Oh, and UFC is not paying me enough, and then he's in a fight with Kamaru Usman in 2 weeks' notice. This is all just to keep people relevant, just to keep people in light, so that people don't forget. Conor has not fought anybody since January, I guess, right? So it's almost been a year, and in last 2 years, I think he's only fight once or twice. He hasn't fought many times now. So just to keep him alive, just to keep his tweets relevant, just to keep his opinion relevant, Dana White is keeping Conor alive. So they're doing it probably, so they're doing it together. I'm not really sure about that. That's more like conspiracy shit. But I think this is all just a show, just to keep things rolling. Okay, just these are all going to connect, and we'll see. It's like a show. That's like a TV series. That you watch. Like WWF have their own kind of stunts that they do, to keep things
Hmm.
interesting. UFC does its own. Okay, so this is one of those things that the UFC is doing. Otherwise, I don't think
Obviously,
Conor
cheers
will.
are not allowed.
Yeah, maybe someday. I was thinking one day that okay, maybe what is the next form that we'll see in a UFC? Maybe weapons, maybe
Or maybe
sticks.
a ladder match.
Maybe we will.
Conor fights Khabib.
Oh, and that's
We
another
will.
Gets a
fake
belt
one,
on a ladder match.
I can bet that right now, maybe in next coming 10, 20, 30 years, this will happen for sure. And we'll end up like gladiators in the end. I'm telling you, this is gonna happen. But anyways, let's bring our focus back
But
to what happened, and then also during these tantrums that Connor was doing, now there's another theory that I think Dana White is a master at these kind of things. Dustin Poirier and Tony was going to happen because Khabib said, "I'm going to fight whoever beats Dustin." So
it should
just to show,
happen. It should happen.
now, so
yeah,
you have to understand this. Now, this is what happened. So the UFC, first of all, you said, okay, so Tony and Dustin are going to fight. That's a fight to make. No, and whoever wins will fight Khabib. Everybody was happy. All right, everybody was okay with that. But then all of a sudden, that fight is not happening. Right? Tony is not fighting Poirier. Now, what happens? Poirier is free. Connor is fighting with Dana White. Dana White is like, oh, Connor broke the man code. And then Connor is not happy. And Connor is like, hey, Poirier, yes, you and me, charity event because I'm so nice these days. I'm such a good person. Let's fight for a charity. And Poirier is like, oh, yeah, bro, let's do it. No? And then they're fighting. Oh, then Dana White is like, oh, no, wait. That's top wine. That's kind of it. That's fucking illegal. I'm gonna give you a contract and let's fight with the contract. Now, what happened here? Okay, they gave Connor the fight. They're giving the Connor the fight. Okay, that was going to happen for Tony, but they pulled Tony out. They're not gonna let. They were not letting that opportunity go because they want to make that rematch happen. Now they will make sure that Connor fight Poirier and wins, and then they will bring the next tough season with Connor and Khabib as the coaches, and then they will have a rematch for Connor and Khabib. That's the show that is gonna happen. But that's my own conclusion. Could be different, but that's my theory because you asked me, so I gave you this theory. So what do you guys think about that? Same, I would like to know what do you think about my conspiracy theory?
personally speaking, I totally believe with your conspiracy theory because I was actually thinking about it. You see, okay, so Dana kind of needs, as you said, uh, Dustin is the guy to beat if you want a title shot at Khabib. And obviously, Dana White wants Conor and Khabib to fight.
Pay per
And oh my God,
view.
all of a sudden, everything just kind of falls into place. How
Yeah.
does that happen? So many goddamn coincidences, right? As if,
Yeah.
as if it was almost planned. Really?
Yeah.
I don't know. I kind of believe.
I
I
don't
don't
think
want to
so.
sound like a conspiracy theorist here, but
That's
you got to
what it
think
looks like,
about
you
it,
know.
right?
Yeah. I
It
think
looks
you're.
it looks shady.
Yeah, it
There's one more thing
does.
in my mind though.
Super shady.
There's one more thing.
Yeah.
Do you think that Connor kind of got pissed off and maybe he thought, you know what? What if I decide to open my own promotion?
Ooh, you're touching something that I also thought about. Yeah.
That's a
Maybe
good
he
point.
just wanted to have he just
What?
wanted to test waters with the fight against Justin to see, can he host something?
No,
And
not
if
just
it
that.
goes well,
Hmm.
then maybe, Connor Fight League or something. I don't know.
I want to add
Proper
something to
12
it.
Fight League or something. Yeah.
No, I want to add, not just that. This also, leaves open a door for seasoned fighters, for name fighters, to do their own matchups. To do their own promotion. So, for example, let's say if Conor is trying to start his own promotion, but what is this leaving UFC with? That the fighters can do their own matchup. So tomorrow, if UFC is not letting John Jones and Israel Adesanya fight,
No, they
they
cannot
can.
do that. They're tied to a contract.
Yeah.
Exactly. So this is okay. So they're tied to contracts for 5 fights, right? So after or 3 fights, right? So once the 3 or 5 fights are over, so let's say Adesanya has 2 more fights left in his contract. John Jones has nothing. After 2 more, and UFC is not giving him John Jones, but they really want to fight. And after 2 fights, Adesanya is free, so he can fight John Jones, and all the money will go to John Jones and Adesanya. And the entire thing will go to them because they're
See,
not liable
hosting
under
an event
any
like that is
contract.
difficult.
That is
Hosting an
difficult,
event
but
like
this is
that is difficult. Conor can
that
do it because he's probably the richest UFC fighter in the world right now, or the richest MMA fighter, if you want to say it, right?
I
And maybe
agree
he
with you.
opens he can do that. I don't think every fighter has the same amount of
Even he's
money
not doing that.
to do that.
He's doing that for no money, just to avoid that those lawsuits. Okay, but I'm sure this will happen one day. This will start happening if this goes on for too long. If this drama goes on for too long, this is the kind of thing the smaller promotions or up and coming fighters can do their own fights. So this is leaving an open path for that. Connor may be trying to start his own promotion as well, but I think that is a very far-fetched dream. I don't think Connor can work do things like what Dana White has done. So if he wants to do that, I really don't. I think there is a possibility for that, but there is very very minute possibility. What we just discussed, that Dana White, he's the brains. He does these kind of things. He plays these mind tricks with everybody. He is
You
more
know,
But
likely to
Conor has
set it
more
up.
popularity.
That's
There
why.
would be people who would know Conor, but there would be people who would not. The
And
casuals, who
why
never seen
why
MMA.
why do you think is Connor popular? Because Dana White made him popular.
made him popular, yeah.
I agree, but he's more popular right now. If he has to start a promotion, he'll easily be backed by investors
Hmm.
just because of his name value,
Right, but
right? And he knows how to promote something. Let's be honest, Conor knows how to promote fights.
yeah, he
Yeah.
knows how to promote his own fights. He can
Yeah,
try to promote his other people's fight, but how is he going to do that? How is he going to find the talent pool? I think what we this is too much of a conspiracy, for practical ground.
Yeah, what we are talking about, yeah.
Yeah, so this is
That's
actually
too much.
conspiracy theory that there is a maybe probability for the things happening. But what we just discussed, I think that is more, we all agreed on that Dana White could do that because that is something that his job requires. So to Connor is popular is because Dana White made him popular, and Dana White, because he made him popular because he wants to use him for promoting UFC. Okay? Dana White is doing that with Kamzat right now. They are promoting after Conor. They learned a trick, and they reached the masses, and they've started promoting almost everybody. Okay, and one day Dana White will cut Conor loose, but not right now. And I'm telling you right now that okay, he will cut Conor loose one day, and he will promote somebody else because that's how business is done. Dana White is nobody's friend. He's nobody's friend. If Conor thinks Dana White is his friend, that's not the case. Dana White is
He's a
just
businessman.
he is a businessman.
He's just a
And
businessman.
Dana White made Conor popular, and he wasn't expecting Conor to lose to Ned Diaz. But you know what? Ned Diaz doesn't give a fuck. You can
about
keep
what your
planning.
plans are.
Yeah, exactly. You can keep planning shit, and he will do what he wants to
Yeah.
do.
What I think,
Fuck your
all
plans,
this
motherfucker.
trash talk
Stop
and
it.
what Connor is doing and what Dana is doing, it's all scripted.
Yeah, it is. It
Except
is.
the fights.
It can be.
Except the fights. Except the fights. You cannot, script a fight.
Yeah, you cannot.
Obviously, that's
Until and
somebody's
unless
life you're playing with. So
until and unless you pay the other person such a heavy amount that the person is ready to lose.
lose. Yeah.
Fixing has always been a part of sports, so we cannot deny that as well. But yeah, let's not get into that. So let's get back to the focus, and that was that. Okay, out of all of these controversies, the Conor Poirier is going to happen officially, and then Conor and Khabib may happen.